Hello, my name is Todd DeFrancesco and I'm the owner and vice president of H.H. Perkins Co. Wanted to show you these shelves I've been building. All of this is under $100 worth of wood from Home Depot. It's going to be holding our rattan poles. Wanted to show you how you can incorporate rattan poles and round reed braid into your designs. So come with me as we start this journey and learn how to build with H.H. Perkins. At H.H. Perkins, we're one of the leading global suppliers of rattan poles and rattan products. We carry 3 different sizes, and because these poles are 9.5 to 10 feet long, we thought, what's a practical way we can house these where customers can still pick them up and test them out, because a lot of times they're being used for SCA, martial arts, and other type of leagues. So we want to be able to have them easily accessible and not take up room in our warehouse. So we thought, how about a 3-tiered shelf system where customers can come and test them out? I call this shelf the Behemoth. It's 8 feet high by 8 feet long, and it's going to house 3 different sizes of rattan poles. Incorporating the poles into the design is really a cool look, and it's very practical for what we're doing. We don't want the poles we're laying down to possibly slide out as they're moving around. So these poles are going to prevent that from happening. It's going to look awesome, and when customers come and pull poles out, they're all going to stay in place. So what I've been doing is I've been measuring here to see how long I'm going to actually need to cut this pole in order to make it fit nice and snug, and then attach it to the top here. So let's do this measurement here. We got 32 inches in total. So now I'm gonna grab the pole that I'd like to use, measure that, and cut it. So all you need is a paper towel. Give it a couple spritzes. And then simply just start moving down the pole. So you can see here which pole's been cleaned and which one hasn't. The clean one is really starting to sparkle and shine, and it looks like it can be used in any type of project. It's a nice straight pole. So this is one that we're gonna sell. Every now and then, you know, we get a pole that's got a bend in it because it is a natural product. So you can see the one on the right is a little curved, so we wouldn't sell that. So that's the one I'm going to be using in my design today, and I'll show you how to incorporate that into any of your projects. As you can see here, we really sell a lot of cane webbing at H.H. Perkins. So what's nice about that is we have a workbench that's measured out by the foot, because that's how we cut the cane. So our workbench is all labeled out, so I can come here and see that this pole is 9.5 feet. And because we need pieces that are 32 inches long, I'll definitely be able to get 3 pieces out of that. And for those without a labeled workbench, all you need to do is just measure it with the tape measure and cut what you need. So before I do any measuring, I actually want to cut this rounded edge off here to make it lay flat. And that way it can go straight into the shelf, be flat on the top and the bottom. Let's go to work. I'll be using a standard Ryobi chop saw here to just cut this piece off so we can start measuring. So you can see here how flat we just made it with that cut. And this is the side you want to measure from. So I want to line my pole up, the marking with the saw, and cut at that exact mark. I like to bring it down without turning it on to see if it's hitting it. And it is exactly. So it's time to cut. The result is a beautiful 32-inch flat pole that we're gonna use as a spindle in our shelf. I gotta say, achieving a perfect cut is really satisfying. This thing is gonna slide in here so perfectly, it really doesn't even need to be held with anything. But we're gonna reinforce it anyways. Look at that. Not even budging. So to keep the spindles held firmly in place, I've been using 1 1/4 inch deckmate screws, screwing from the top through the wood and fastening the poles to the shelves. If need be, I'll also put a second screw down at the bottom in order to keep them held in place. But because we're cutting these so precisely, they're really being held in by the weight of the shelf. I'm gonna mark off with a pencil where I want to drill this, which is right here. Now that we have our mark, we're ready to go. Time to put the pole in place. Our screw went directly into the top of the pole. It's not budging at all. And now we have 5 beautiful poles on one side, and we're ready to line up the other side. Let's cut some poles.